Good morning, Ron, and good morning, everyone. It's Monday, June 29th. Here's what's happening. The death toll continues to rise in Venezuela after those two earthquakes last week. More than 1,400 people are confirmed dead, and nearly 69,000 others remain missing. Search and rescue teams from the U.S. and around the world are working to find victims in the collapsed buildings. The State Department says the U.S. is sending a $150 million aid package to Venezuela, with more financial help likely to follow. During his Angelus address on Sunday, Pope Leo XIV prayed for the victims in Venezuela and asked for solidarity from the international community. The United States and Iran are slated to return to negotiations in hopes of reaching a peace deal after both nations renewed strikes over the weekend. News Nation's Hannah Brandt reports.
As we have just learned, the U.S. and Iran did agree to stop the strikes. A senior U.S. official telling me just a short while ago, both sides will be standing down for now, they say, and negotiations between Iran and the U.S. will continue as planned. This comes after a weekend of back and forth fighting that really threatened to plunge the U.S. and Iran back into the all-out war that we were seeing just months ago.
Pakistan says negotiations are set to resume on Tuesday. Pope Leo XIV has closed the extraordinary consistory over the weekend, saying, quote, seeing cardinals from such diverse churches, cultures, and situations, listening to one another and seeking together what best serves the gospel has been for me a source of consolation and hope. The consistory focused on a number of topics, including the implementation of synodality. According to the Holy See Press Office, the cardinals addressed the risk that, quote, the complexity of consultation could weigh down the church at a time when it's called to give witness. The cardinals also discussed peace and preaching the gospel. House Speaker Mike Johnson says he's sending the bipartisan bill to President Trump on Monday. That legislation is meant to cut away some red tape and make it easier to build homes here in America. In a post on Truth Social, Trump said he would not sign the bill until the Save America Act is passed. Texas is now the first state to require public school children to read passages from the Bible. Lisa Taylor has more.
The Texas State Board of Education on Friday approved a required reading list that includes Bible stories. The new list starts as early as elementary school, which includes a picture book of David and Goliath. Older children will read passages about Adam and Eve, amongst others. The required readings will go into effect in 2030. I'm Lisa Taylor.
And thousands flocked to the National Eucharistic Procession in Boston over the weekend that followed significant portions of the Freedom Trail, a marked brick pathway that leads visitors to sites important to the American Revolution. Jason Shanks, president of the National Eucharistic Congress, which oversees that pilgrimage, said the crowd in Boston was the largest they've seen this year. I'm Matthew Handley and Ron Finn. That is the news this morning.